In the vast, sprawling reaches of our solar system, where the icy realms beyond the orbit of Neptune lie dormant and untouched, there exists an object so mysterious, so mesmerizing, that when it appears, it captivates the attention of skywatchers across the globe. This object is none other than 12P/Pons-Brooks, a comet that has earned its place in celestial lore, not only because of its beauty but also due to the eerie, ominous aura it has garnered with its nickname, the Devil's Comet. To call it a once-in-a-lifetime event is no exaggeration. The comet is a rare visitor, only appearing every 71 years, which means that for most people alive today, seeing it might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. For those lucky enough to catch its breathtaking display, it will be a moment to remember forever, an awe-inspiring spectacle that will set the night sky ablaze. Astronomers and enthusiasts alike are eagerly anticipating the comet's return. Its next appearance will peak in April 2024, and the closer it gets to Earth, the more impressive it becomes. With its brilliant tail and coma glowing in shades of green, it promises to be one of the most striking comets in recent memory. It has already been making waves as it makes its way toward us, gaining more attention due to its unpredictable behavior. Some might call it an omen, a harbinger of fate, but for the scientifically minded, it's nothing more than a wondrous natural occurrence, a celestial object in its long journey through the cosmos. Still, the fact that 12P/Pons-Brooks is associated with an intense increase in brightness in its newfound devilish appearance only adds to the mystique surrounding it. The comet's name itself carries a rich history. The 12P in its name refers to its designation as the 12th periodic comet to be catalogued, while Pons-Brooks honors two astronomers, Jean-Louis Pons, a French astronomer who discovered several comets, and William Robert Brooks, an American astronomer who also contributed significantly to the study of these cosmic travelers. The comet was first observed in 1812, and since then, it has been catalogued and studied in detail. It's classified as a periodic comet, meaning that it returns to the inner solar system at regular intervals. This pattern, however, is not predictable on a human scale of time, as it has an orbital period of 71 years, making each appearance a rare event for the generations that observe it. Unlike the comets that appear regularly and become familiar sights to stargazers, 12P/Pons-Brooks periodicity ensures that few people will see it more than once in their lifetime. Those who missed it in 1953 or earlier may not get another chance for decades, until 2125. In fact. For many, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. To witness this comet is to look upon a piece of cosmic history, an icy wanderer that has traveled vast distances to visit our corner of the solar system. Every time it swings around the sun, the comet reveals new features, evolving with every passage. That's the nature of comets, they are dynamic, changing with time as they interact with the solar environment. One of the most exciting aspects of comets like 12P/Pons-Brooks is the phenomenon of cryovolcanism, or cryogenic activity. As the comet gets closer to the sun, the heat causes the frozen materials inside its nucleus to sublime, or transform directly from solid to gas. This creates a cloud of gas and dust, known as the coma, which surrounds the nucleus and forms the signature tail. The tail of a comet is one of the most iconic features of these celestial bodies. It's a glowing stream of gas and dust that stretches for millions of miles behind the comet, pushed away from the sun by the solar wind. This process creates the glowing, colorful tails that have fascinated humans for centuries. 12P/Pons-Brooks has been known to exhibit intense cryovolcanic activity. Its tail is one of its most striking features, and when the comet comes close to the sun, the tail can grow rapidly in size, sometimes reaching several million miles long. The closer the comet gets to the sun, the more dramatic this process becomes. This is why some comets, when they are near their perihelion, the closest point in their orbit to the sun, become so much brighter and more visible in the sky. It's the heat and solar radiation that cause these comets to glow, turning them into brilliant, radiant objects in the night sky. The tail that forms is made up of gas and dust, and the ions that are stripped from the comet by the solar wind can sometimes produce beautiful, colorful displays in the sky, often green, blue, or even red, depending on the types of chemicals being released. For 12P/Pons-Brooks, the spectacle began to unfold in 2023 when it experienced an unusual outburst, dramatically increasing its brightness. The sudden increase in luminosity caused the comet to develop a striking, horseshoe-like shape in its coma, which, to many, resembled horns. This unexpected feature gave the comet its eerie nickname, the Devil's Comet. It's not uncommon for comets to undergo outbursts, but the sheer brilliance of 12P/Pons-Brooks during this phase was remarkable. This burst of brightness meant that the comet was now in the public eye, and its impending arrival in 2024 promised to be a stunning spectacle for all to see. This is where things get even more exciting. 12P/Pons-Brooks is expected to reach its peak brightness on April 21, 2024. This will be the moment when the comet reaches its perihelion, the point in its orbit closest to the Sun. At this point, the comet will be a mere 117 million kilometers from the Sun, quite close by cosmic standards. Its tail will be visible to the naked eye, and the coma surrounding its nucleus will glow a vivid green. This will be a dazzling sight for skywatchers, with the comet clearly visible in the night sky. If you live in a rural area away from city lights, you'll have the best chance of witnessing this phenomenon in all its glory. The comet will also be visible for several weeks before and after this peak. In early April, it will be visible in the western sky just below the giant planet Jupiter. As the month progresses, the comet will move closer and closer to Jupiter, until on April 13, 2024, it will be positioned directly below the planet. Jupiter, the largest planet in the solar system, will serve as an easy guide to locating 12P/Pons-Brooks. It's going to be a spectacular sight as the comet, glowing brightly, moves closer to the king of planets. On April 8, 2024, a total solar eclipse will take place, and this event will coincide with the comet's return, adding an extra layer of wonder to the celestial show. For several minutes, the Sun will be completely obscured by the Moon, and during this brief period of totality, 12P/Pons-Brooks will be visible in the darkened sky. The solar eclipse on April 8, 2024, will be an unforgettable event for millions of people across North America, but for those lucky enough to be able to see both the eclipse and the comet in the same night, it will be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The eerie, green glow of 12P/Pons-Brooks will add to the otherworldly atmosphere, making it feel like a scene out of a science fiction novel. This celestial conjunction of a solar eclipse and a comet is a rare event, and it will be a moment that will be talked about for years to come. The comet will continue to be visible throughout April, though as it moves closer to the horizon, it will become harder to spot. By mid-month, it will be very close to Jupiter, and skywatchers should be prepared for a spectacular visual display. However, for those in urban areas or regions with light pollution, the comet might be harder to see. The best views will come from rural areas with minimal artificial light, where the full brilliance of the comet can be appreciated. By the end of April 2024, 12P/Pons-Brooks will begin to fade from view, as its orbit will take it further from the Earth and the Sun. For many skywatchers, this will mark the end of an incredible celestial event, and it may be decades before they see such a brilliant comet again. Despite its fleeting appearance, the memory of 12P/Pons-Brooks will live on in the minds of those who were able to witness it. The arrival of 12P/Pons-Brooks has led some to wonder about the symbolism behind comets. Throughout history, comets have been seen as omens, signs of good or ill fortune. Some people believe that comets predict major events in the world, whether they are natural disasters, political upheavals, or personal milestones. However, modern scientists dismiss these notions, focusing instead on the physical and chemical processes that make comets so fascinating. While it's true that comets have often been linked to significant historical events, there is no scientific evidence to suggest that their appearance has any direct influence on life on Earth. Instead, comets offer us a glimpse into the distant past, a window into the early days of the solar system, when ice and dust played a crucial role in its formation. The fascination with comets is as old as humanity itself. From the ancient Greeks to the civilizations of the Far East, comets have always intrigued observers. They have been interpreted as harbingers of doom or bearers of divine messages. Yet, in today's world, science provides a different perspective. Comets like 12P/Pons-Brooks are not omens but rather natural phenomena, and their study offers valuable insights into the formation of our solar system. These icy travelers come from the farthest reaches of the solar system, from the Oort cloud, a vast, icy region that lies far beyond the orbit of Pluto. The Oort cloud is home to countless objects that remain frozen in time, untouched by the heat of the sun. When comets like 12P/Pons-Brooks are dislodged from this distant region by the gravitational influence of nearby stars, they begin their long journey toward the sun. As they approach the inner solar system, they heat up, and their icy components vaporize, creating the bright coma and tail that we see from Earth. 12P/Pons-Brooks orbit takes it from the outer edges of the solar system all the way to the sun and back. It's a journey that spans decades and even centuries, and its path through the solar system offers scientists a unique opportunity to study the processes that occur when comets interact with the sun. The study of comets is crucial for understanding the early solar system, as they are considered to be some of the oldest and most primitive objects in the solar system. They are remnants of the material that formed the sun and the planets, and by studying them, astronomers can learn more about the conditions that existed when the solar system was still in its infancy. As 12P/Pons-Brooks continues its journey through space, it will leave behind a trail of gas and dust that will remain in its wake, becoming part of the larger cosmic landscape. Whether you view it as a harbinger of doom or a symbol of hope, one thing is certain: 12P/Pons-Brooks will be a spectacular sight, a reminder of the vastness of the universe and the beauty of the natural world. For those lucky enough to witness it, it will be a moment to remember for the rest of their lives.